All right, we left off last time. We were counting words. Out of breath, as I said, I'm going to spare you counting the other 2 pages, but again, you would do the same thing for the last 2 pages, and then enter the numbers for those each separately. Let's just estimate 50 and 55. Please don't do this in real life, just estimating, but to save time on our training video anyway, we will not count and just estimate. But of course, in real life, we do want an actual word count. All right, so now we can move on to number 17, and you will only see number 17 if you chose the primary reading textbook or related materials, so those classroom type materials from 14A. Otherwise, it'll automatically skip. What we want to do here is look through the text. Let's say we're looking at a textbook. In fact, we'll use our Kiswahili textbook as an example. What we want to do is look through there and see which of these kinds of components are included in that textbook or not. Some of these you will not necessarily be able to tell for sure if you do not speak that language or read that language. I will already be handicapped in my example because I don't read Kiswahili fluently, and some of you may, just in going through the example, see that I'm looking over some things, and that's fine. It's just for illustrative purposes at this point. The very first one is a phonics approach, a presentation of individual letters, letter sounds, syllables, word parts that can be considered as part of a phonics approach. And my example is actually good for that because it does have a very clear phonics components in here. We see presentation of individual letters, syllables, building words from individual letters into syllables into words. This is what we mean by a phonics approach, and a focus on the individual letters and letter sounds and the word parts and building those words from smaller word parts. So if your textbook or textbook-like material includes this kind of a focus on individual words, syllables, word parts, building words up from letters, letter sounds. A lot of books traditionally look at the syllable level, so babi, bebo, boo, etc. If you see this focus on the letter sounds itself, then you can select the first one that could be considered part of a phonics approach. Again, this is a choose all that apply, so you can select more than one. I did see some reading passages. Even though I can't read them, I can see them. So this would be a reading passage. Lots of reading passages scattered throughout here. As I look through the book, I don't see any writing exercises in the book itself, unless they are telling me in Swahili and I can't understand. They're telling me to write. I do know in this particular curriculum they have a separate workbook for writing, so I'm not going to choose that one because I cannot see one for sure myself. Again, if you don't know the language itself, you may be a little bit of handicap, but you try to deduce what you can. And I didn't see any comprehension questions. Those of you who read Swahili may be able to correct me, but based on what I know, these are the 2 that I saw for sure, so those are the 2 that I'm going to select.